Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Absolute Football Podcast, Absolutely EFL Show, the show dedicated to everything from the Championship, League One, and League Two. I'm going to address it now before anybody does comment. Yes, I do have a sore throat. Yes, it is from the Dale game. Yes, York have contributed to that sore throat. A lot of people were asking, but yeah, and I'm still laughing like Jimmy Carr, so I'm warning you now, Claire. I'm still laughing like Jimmy Carr.
I don't want another bloody rendition of that laughing war.
But of course, it is the Absolute Football Podcast. We have a rowdy rabble and we are going to talk all things EFL football. And of course, it would be a very boring show if I was alone. We have got the usual team and we do have a very, very special guest as well, which we will introduce a little bit later. But first of all, Sam, I'm going to come to you first. How are you and how was your birthday? I mean, I bet you're so gutted I've got a sore throat because I would have sang happy birthday to you, but obviously I can't right now. But how was your birthday?
It was good. I know it's all a ruse, this voice. You can't sing. No, it was it was very good, thank you. It's nice to come and join you guys on a Thursday. I thought it'd been a little while. So yeah, I just had a chilled day. I did nothing, kind of nothing, and it was lovely. You know, the best part of it was a sunny day, and I walked and I had a coffee, and I just was walking in the sun, going, "This is actually pretty cool." And then I was back at work today, going, "Oh no, it's back to normality." But hey. I had a lovely day, but thank you very much. How are you?
You've just reminded me. I've got a coffee myself, so thanks, Sam. I always forget about it when I'm podding. But yeah, I'm really, thank you. Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. Aaron, how are you? And how's your week been? And I mean, you've come on and Oldham have won. Like, I know. Did you think you're unbeaten? They've gone on a run since you've not been on?
It's been I feel like I had to exit the country and go to Amsterdam for Oldham to finally sort the shit out. So maybe I need to be abroad for every Oldham game now. Maybe that might be the crack. I don't know. But yeah, I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Obviously, it's been a good time to be an Oldham fan at the minute. We seem to be ending the season in a very how do you phrase it? Like, we probably know we're not going to go up. We know we're not going to go down. So it's quite easy sometimes to kind of just play your games through. But we're actually trying to give it a go till the very last minute, and it's nice to see us attack teams and Longmate continue. Obviously, we've got a big local derby this weekend, if you want to call it that, against Tranmere, and it's all very exciting. But yeah, I'm happy to be here with you, lovely lot, and excited to get onto football. Yeah.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Just wanted to say as well, before we came on live, Crystal Palace were winning 1-0. That goal has been disallowed, and now Tottenham are winning 1-0. Dominic Solanke. Crazy. Yeah. Like I said, we could be covering them on here next season.
It's a must-win, isn't it?
Definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
Claire. I mean, I'm hoping for both of our sakes it's a lot calmer than this time last week when we were laughing at each other's laughs. It's still iconic, isn't it, that clip? Still iconic. Yeah. How are you and how's your week been?
Yeah, really good, really busy. I feel like what Sam was saying a minute ago about sometimes having a little bit of time to just do nothing as you grow up, that is the luxury, isn't it? So I don't know what one of those days is, but hopefully I'll find one soon. But yeah, I'm really good, thank you.
Good stuff. Before we introduce our very special guest, I'm going to quickly go to the chat and just say hello to our usual people in the chat. So we have Graham, we have Chris, we've got Simon as well. Spoiler as well, Simon, Championship is last. We go in League One, League Two, Championship, because there has been some news what has come out, which will be a massive talking point, I reckon, about the playoffs. We've got Luke as well. Don't worry, Luke, there is nil-nils. I'm not going to say what league, but there definitely is nil-nils. Sean has put even everyone, hope all is well. Happy belated birthday, Sam. Hope you had a smashing time.
I did. Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
So Claire, I'm gonna let you host for a second. So go for it. Anything could happen right now, but I'm here for it. I might get my mini eggs.
Oh yeah, you still got some left.
I have a lot as well. A lot.
So yeah, I just thought it'd be really nice for us to take a few minutes to talk to Katie. It was going to be Mark, but is not brave enough, so he delegated Katie as the task force. But they're doing an absolutely incredible, maybe a slightly insane charity event in a couple of weeks, walking all the way from Stockport to Luton. They're raising money for 3 incredible charities. So if you want to tell us a bit about yourself, Katie, tell us about the walk, the charities.
Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Katie. I work at Stockport County for the Community Trust. So I'm an inclusion officer there, but I've been there for 5 years now. I work match days with Jamie, who I'll be doing the walk with. We look after the mascots on a match day, which is a great job to have. It's not really a job, we get paid to have fun basically. But yeah, so we have took on an insane challenge, like Claire's just said. We're walking from Stockport County to Luton Football Club. We set off on Tuesday the 17th of March, and then we hopefully arrive in time for the game on the Saturday, which has now been changed to a 12:30 kickoff from a 3 o'clock. So that's, yeah, I know. Do you know what? We actually spoke about it as well between us, but we didn't actually prepare for it because we thought it won't happen, it will be fine. And then it happened, and we were just like, great. So that threw a little bit of a spanner in the works, but that's all part of the challenge. And we're raising money for 3 separate charities. So my chosen charity is Parkinson's UK. I work with a group of people that live with Parkinson's in my job role, and they're just such inspiring people. Like, they're just unbelievable. And then the Wellspring is Joel's chosen charity, and then the Community Trust where I work is the charity that Jamie chose to raise funds for. So yeah, we've raised just over 7,000 up to now. The target's 10.5. So we've still got a little bit to go, but I'm sure that'll bump up because, like, as we're walking and stuff and people are seeing like how tough it actually is. But yeah, we're setting off in just under 2 weeks, which is actually really scary.
Yeah. What have you all been doing to prepare yourselves for this walk?
We've actually been for a team meeting tonight, so I've just got back from a curry house, so we've just been and had a curry together to put the final bits together. But Mark's been doing a lot of walking. Like, to be fair, he's really like outdone us on the training. He's been walking. He's doing a 30k walk this weekend. He said before. Jamie, I think he's done a few walks as well. And then me and Joel, I mean, yeah, I've not really done any walking as such, but I mean, I go to the gym. I do running, like I do dancing, so I'm quite like fit, like anyway, but I just don't really know how you can prepare yourself for a walk that big. Like, walking's walking, isn't it? You just put one foot in front of the other, and then you end up where you end up.
So,
and hopefully I'll end up at Luton.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah, but Hannah's got the route sorted. She's done all the so we've got like special socks to wear that'll stop us from getting blisters, and she's really gone all out with getting us equipped with the right stuff. So yeah, I'm really all the gear, no idea at the minute, but I'm sure I'll get there.
Yeah, definitely. So within our podcast, we have people from all over the country supporting different teams. So maybe like for sorry, Daisy's just pissing about. Just for people's benefit who might not know, could you maybe tell us a little bit about the charities that you're funding for?
Yeah, so Parkinson's UK, you mean the charities that we're raising funds for on the walk? Yeah, so Parkinson's UK are a charity that support people living with Parkinson's. Within my job role, I work with a group of people with Parkinson's. On a Tuesday, we do walking football, and on a Friday, we do physical activity, like seated exercises with them at Edgeley Park. And they struggle every single day with, obviously it's a neurological disease. It gets worse as time goes on, and I've worked with them for over a year now, and just they still get up, they turn up to the sessions no matter what. Even in the winter when it was snow, when it was freezing cold, they were there. and it like people say to me that I'm mad for doing this walk and that, oh God, you know, it's such a long way, you're going to struggle. But the way I see it is I'll struggle for 4 days, whereas, you know, these guys struggle every single day of their lives and they still get up and they still do what they have to do. So that's sort of the reason why I chose that charity. The Wellspring is a homeless charity in Stockport. So they have a place in the centre of Stockport, where a food bank where homeless people can go get food, warm clothing, and they help out with like trying to find places to stay and stuff. And then the community trust is Stockport County's charity, so that's their charity partner, which is again where I work. But Jamie wanted to raise money for them because like the work that we do in the community he thinks is just amazing, and he wants to try and help us be able to do more.
Definitely some great stuff that's going on in the community, from just like stuff that you shared, stuff that
they do amazing work. Like there's a few different departments. So I work in the inclusion department, but I also touch on the health and wellbeing department, and that like the team's grown so much. I've only worked for the community trust full time for a year, just over a year, and even within that year the team's grown so much. Like we're literally taking over the office because there's so many of us, like, but it's so good to see because we need the staff to be able to deliver all the programs that we've got, and that's obviously a really good thing.
Yeah, it's outstanding. And obviously I see a bit of what you share on your social media, and every time I see like you sharing stuff about the Parkinson's group, I just think sometimes when you get sort of handed that kind of disease, like it just be easy to like sit on your backside and kind of like for yourself, but that, like you say, for those people to just like get up and continue like doing stuff like that, it'd be so good for mentally as well as physically. I think like you should be actually, like, I know it's your job, but you should feel proud of yourself for the things that you give back to them as well. Yeah, absolutely amazing. So what's the plan with the walk? How many miles will you be doing each day?
So, I mean, probably need Hannah for this one because she's the one that set it all out. But the first day we're going to set off from Stockport County at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're meeting at 8 o'clock and then we're setting off at 8:30. And the first hotel is in Buxton that evening. We're hoping to make it so that we can watch the Northampton game because there's a game on the Tuesday night in there. But not sure if we'll make it for kickoff or not. Don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, because that's probably going to be the most uphill walk is the first day, because from Stockport to Buxton it is just literally like that. So that's going to be but we're hoping to make it in time for kickoff. If not, hopefully we'll make it for half time or even the last 5 minutes as long as we get there. The next 2 days are like the longest days. They're going to be probably like 15-16 hour days, depending on how fast we walk. And obviously we'll be getting more tired as time goes on, so the walking will probably get a little bit slower. And then on the Friday we're stopping off in Milton Keynes, and then on the Saturday morning we're going to start off from there to Luton. We are going to have to start off a little bit earlier now because obviously with the time changing. But we want to try and get there an hour before so that we can have a couple of pictures at the pitch side, because we've spoke to Luton and they've agreed to let us come in and have our pictures taken and stuff. They know what's going on, so they've been really good with us actually. Joel's been speaking to a woman from Luton, and she's backing to us, like they're giving us a car parking space for the support car and stuff like that. So they've been really good to us actually. And then some of the fans as well, like they've been sharing the story, which is nice to see as well, because obviously we're going to be against each other on the day, but it's nice fans can come together when it's, you know, something like this.
Definitely. And I hope that you all do really well, no injuries along the way.
Fingers crossed.
all the best with it. Obviously we can share the link on the podcast.
100%.
Does anyone want to ask any other questions about it? Or
I was just going to ask what settled on there. Did you have a number of ideas, the things you wanted to do, or was it always a walk? Was the favourite idea?
Well, Jamie, who is doing the walk with us, he walked from Peterborough to Stockport last year. They did a 5-4-3-2-1 walk. That's what it was called. And since doing that, he wanted to do something else, like similar to that, and he chose Luton because their fans are Hatters as well, so it's the Hatters to Hatters walk. So he thought it just fitted in quite nicely. Like, he probably couldn't have picked a further away ground, but it's because it fitted nice for the title of the walk. So yeah, it was sort of his idea, and then he asked Mark and Joel, and they agreed to do it. And then he came and asked me, and like, because we worked together on a match day, and we're really good friends as well. I'm actually going to be best woman at his wedding in May. So he came and asked me, and at first I was a bit like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, not even thinking about it. And then like a couple of weeks later, we spoke about it again. I was like, oh no, he's actually serious about this, isn't he? And then I was just like, right, okay. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. And then now it's nearly under 2 weeks away, and I'm thinking, oh my God. But we'll have a great time.
Mentioned anything anything of what it was like to do the Peterborough walk, or is his memory from that walk now just the amazing feat?
He has said it was really tough, like the struggle to get through, because it's not even really like the walking is obviously tough, but it's like the mental struggle as well, because you're walking for so long. It's like walking gets boring, doesn't it? Like, it's just one foot in front of the other constantly, and like, obviously we're going to be with the same 4 people every day. We're probably going to get a bit sick of each other after spending 16 hours a day with each other. Like, so it's more like the mental struggle is like, rather than the physical struggle. But yeah, like he said, it was really, really tough, but the feeling when he finished, that just trumps it all, doesn't it? Like, the feeling when you finish any sort of like challenge like that is such a good feeling. That's what you're working towards.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds amazing. Obviously, I'm sure that everyone can see what you're getting up to, but before obviously you head off, because I'm sure you don't want to talk about all the EFL, do you want to let people know where they can like find out how to donate and where they can follow the journey?
Yeah, so we've got an Instagram page called Hatters to Hatters. That's got the link to the Just Giving page in the bio. We are saying, because the so on the Just Giving page, there's 3 separate charities that you can donate to. So the Parkinson's one's hit target now. The Wellspring is more or less hitting target. So we're trying to push the Community Trust one now, which needs bumping up a little bit. So we ask if people were to donate to try and to choose that charity. But yeah, the link's in the bio on the Hatters to Hatters Instagram page, and that's where all the content will be on the walk. I'm in charge of the Instagram page, so there'll be some fun content on there on the way. But yeah, that's where all the updates will be.
Brilliant. Well, thanks ever so much for joining us and talking to us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All the best to you all. I'll definitely be glued to that page to see how you're all getting on.
We'll post the socials out on the podcast and obviously our personal accounts. And if it's okay with you, if we clip this segment of you talking, we'll retweet it and obviously post it on our socials as well, if that's obviously okay with you all.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for giving up your time and coming on as well. We do appreciate it.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Hope it goes well too.
Thank you.
Oh, see you later, Katie.
Bye,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Absolutely crazy, that, isn't it? I don't think I could do it, but maybe, do you know what, like Katie was saying, maybe like so she's struggling for a few days versus like a lifetime, really, isn't she? So
you know, when I listen
maybe
to her
we
speak,
should do one, Claire.
When I listen to her speak, I've never been more happy to be in a wheelchair in my entire life.
Oh.
I just couldn't do that.
Like, you could roll along next to the car.
I'll be in the little sidecar.
Like, drive your chair next to him and be like, "Come on, pick your feet up."
Like shouting, like an in between.
You could be the trainer.
Oh, Claire, we should do one and meet people off the podcast. We'll do stops everywhere. Meet people.
You know what? That's a good point. We could do like football EFL grounds around Greater Manchester.
Yeah.
Sam's like, ooh, that's content.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Imagine
I thought you were
me
going to
and
say.
you,
I thought you were
Claire.
going to say you're walking down to Southampton. I was like, I'll see you in 2027 then.
Oh my God, Crystal Palace are winning 3-1 now.
Spurs are just shaking, aren't they? They've had Van der Ven sent off. They are panicking.
They're actually going to go down, aren't they? We kind of said it. We're
We can cover them.
Jesus. Well,
You know what? If they
EFL,
go down, they are the team that will absolutely effing smash the champion. You just know it.
I don't know. I think Spurs are that Spursy. Spurs will probably struggle in the championship.
Yeah, they probably will because they're not prepped for it. The money
No.
hit that's going to be, they've got like half the wages will be cut, so most of that team will go. It will be just they're not. You know, teams sort of half think and have a plan. Tottenham will have absolutely no plan for the championship. It will be panic stations and
Because they've never had to, have they?
no.
do you think it would be the biggest shock of a team to ever be relegated ever in terms of the finances and the riches behind them?
Got relegated, didn't
Newcastle did, and Aston Villa didn't they, years ago? So it's probably on par with them, I would say. But they were kind of down there, and I don't think Tottenham ever. Newcastle and Villa had the possibility of it and probably planned for it, but I don't think Spurs would have ever considered.
I think
Because growing up,
it'll be more.
sorry, Shagon.
I said I think it'll be more crazy the fact they've just won a European trophy the season before, and then they're getting relegated the season after.
Yeah,
I think that'll be crazy. It's like you might as well have just kept Ange.
and growing up, for me, you know, Spurs were always, even though they didn't ever win anything, they were always like one of the big six. And now we're talking about one of the big six going into the championship. That is mental. Like, yeah, it's mad. Imagine that stadium in the championship, even bloody hell.
I know. We've won a trophy there.
If we pull our fingers out and actually like start playing some alright football, get in the playoffs and get promoted and play Spurs in the league.
I know. No, but it's possible, especially when you've got teams picking up points. Like, I'm not saying Wolves are going to survive, but you've got even the likes of Wolves who we all thought were dead and buried. They're picking up wins and they're getting points. I'm not saying they're going to survive, but at least they're giving it a good go.
And you've got West Ham playing well and went to say the one a good game the other night, and you've got say Nottingham Forest with a good draw. Again, Spurs they've not won in forever, and that's just not any team that's just on that kind of run. The confidence, the pressure of that fan base as well, and Arsenal are top of the league. It's just to be a Spurs fan at the minute must be well. We'll see.
You know what'll really anger me though? If all these content creators jump on the championship content now, and then if you get promoted, it's like, where have you been? Come on this show. Come on this show. Yes, Spurs versus Lincoln, and I don't think they have, to be fair. Don't think they have won a FA Cup as well, aren't they, Spurs?
I think they have. It's weird. They're still in the Champions League knockouts, aren't they? That's what's mad.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, that'd be the most Spursy thing of all time, to win the Champions League and go to the Championship.
They won in Europe twice.
Yeah.
So therefore, like, drew New Year's Day, drew on the 4th, and then they had 3 losses. Won in Europe, then drew. Won in Europe, drew, and then since then, lost.
What a shambles.
Sean is
to be alive.
Don't worry, Shah. You might see us on Monday night in 2 years' time. I might not be on Monday night though. I might go on the EFL. Might need to find a new host for Monday night. I'm joking. I'm joking, Sam. I promise. I will still host Monday night.
Yeah, Ben's just had a heart attack at home.
Yeah, don't panic. Don't panic. I'm not a glory hunter. I do EFL and non-league. But we do have to talk some football.
Oh, that's broke.
We are going to start with League One. Claire, I'm going to come to you first, but we won't talk Stockport yet. Any standouts on here or any you want to talk about on this slide? Sorry, my voice.
Spoken about quite a few times recently. And I suppose you kind of don't obviously mention everybody, but oh my God, some of the football that Lincoln City are playing, outstanding. Like they are an joy of a football team to watch. I know obviously Cardiff have been up there all season, but Lincoln haven't. And the way that they've progressed, they're a really good footballing team to watch. Very good result, obviously, 4-0. Well, then again, you have to say Cardiff have done well to win 4-0 away, but Doncaster are probably the worst football team I've ever seen in League One. So
that's a big spin.
I mean, I feel like those are really obvious results to sort of call out. Obviously, you've got. I'm just covering all of them here, guys. But
feel free.
there's two other like sort of lower incredible, like Bolton winning 5-1 away at Exeter. Again, they're coming good at the right time, and they're a team that you'd really fear getting in the playoffs. So hard, and then very good result for Rotherham as Plymouth have been in some good form recently.
They have.
There, I've left you guys with two matches to cover.
Thanks, Claire. Great pick.
Sam, is there any on here that you want to give a mention to?
I thought I was safe, and then Claire went to Plymouth right at the end there because that's where I was going.
It's all right. You'd still talk about it. If it's your standout, you can mention it.
Because you know I love a pasty, but it was a poor result. And they went and beat Cardiff 5-2 the week before, and then they go and lose to Rotherham who hadn't won in they'd lost 4 on the trot, I think. I know they missed just Tolage got injured in the week, which is a big miss for them. But yeah, from what I saw, they're just one of those games they weren't going to score, which is a shame because Peppel's been playing quite well for them as well. So they've looked quite good going forward recently under Cleverly and kind of got some stuff together. But that would have been because they were starting to creep up on the playoffs. I mean, they're still not a million miles away from it, but to lose that one will be really disappointing for them. So yeah, and Tolage looks like he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
So
I really worry for him because I feel like over the last couple of seasons, he's been picking up injuries. And with this significant injury now, I don't know how we'll be able to kind of recover from it. I hope he does because I think, was it last week or the week before, Claire? We spent a while talking about him, didn't we, with Ant, and saying how much of a good player we thought he was and how we love his journey from non-league and the way he's like stepped up. But yeah, it really worries me because I feel like he's picking up more and more injuries and they are getting worse.
It's the same leg as well. It's the same one he's done. So it's a recurring. So you always worry when it's a recurring injury of one he's just come back from, isn't it? So
yeah.
Reminds me similar to what Jay Bird's like. You know, he's at Salford now, who obviously we had on loan. It's the same reoccurring injury all the time. And he's playing a few games and then he's picking up the same injury and then it's on and off. And you do worry for these players, don't you, when it's like a reoccurrence and all the impacts and all the games they play in. But yeah, I hope he does recover as well as he can because he's a very good player.
With injuries like that, it proper brings into perspective like how short a footballer's career can be. You know, if you don't get back, you've probably got maybe like 3-4 years where you're probably at like your peak sort of level and your peak fitness. And you know, there's a lot of these injuries happening in the game now, aren't they? So it's sad to see, you know. What was that?
I'm so sorry. I was just trying to find the stats from our game. And then the advert opened.
Oh, you farted. I thought you farted.
I thought it was a cheeky squeaky one from Stockport.
I genuinely thought you farted.
Was it a trippy puppy?
A trumpy pumpy.
You know the funniest thing ever? Do you know what Daisy calls a trump?
Go on.
She goes, "Mummy, did you hear that musical instrument in my knickers?" I don't know where she's got it from either.
Oh, funny. I feel like I need to read out this match report from Sean. Just to kind of get us back on track because I forgot what result I was going to mention. Posh at home, Tom Eves put us 1 up just before half time and then 7 minutes into the second half. Surprise, surprise, we can't hold a bloody lead and concede to a JJ Morgan goal. Full time 1-1. Did Keane Hayes play, Sean? That is the most important thing about the match report, and I can't believe you didn't mention it. This was one I wanted to talk about because a lot of people are shocked at this. But as I was doing the graphics before, you want to see Reading now.
Right on the cusp, aren't they?
How it wasn't that long ago, was it? We were talking about how they were struggling, Reading, and how we felt sad because obviously they finally got the takeover. Unfortunately, they missed out last day, didn't they, on playoffs? And then obviously this season they started really, really slow. But to see where they are now in 8th place, 2 points off playoffs, that's great, isn't it? And beating Bradford.
And it wasn't. Did you see the timing of the goals as well? Because they didn't concede
so late.
Minute.
That's like some fight, that isn't it?
And won in the 97th. But there's always a team that's been up there all season that slips out of the playoffs. And at this moment in time, you just know who that team's going to be, don't you?
Checking it's Bradford.
No.
Oh.
It's Bradford.
Checking its shoes.
At this moment. Yeah.
I was thinking, yeah, Wickham are there as well, aren't they?
Wickham are on a run.
Look at the goal difference.
They are on a good run, yeah. It's true. I didn't realise yours were 4, Claire.
It's still quite patchy though when you look at even Bradford down to about Luton. As it is, no one's putting extended runs together. No one's got more than 2 wins in a row in that batch, so it's going to be quite a fight.
Yep.
But yeah, that Reading one was my standout. But Aaron, any on here you want to give a mention to?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only one I think hasn't got much coverage is the Bolton result, right? And like they are, the fact that they're in the form they are, and yet the top 2 have a 10-point gap, just shows how like mental this league is this year. I mean, you know, Bolton are playing some unbelievable stuff, and like that you know, even if Exeter are struggling, that's still a statement result to go down there on probably one of the longest trips in the EFL and do that. I think is a massive statement that they're not going to give up. You know, 10-point gap is a lot of gap with such a short space left. But like you say, with 3 or 4 wins, anything can happen. You know, so I can guarantee they're not quite giving up on that automatic race just quite yet. So yeah.
Hi, Pat. Hope you're okay. He's a Chelsea fan. It's one of my pals, but I hope you're okay. Is there room for Tottenham Hotspur in the Championship? Yeah,
There's always room. There's always room.
Always.
We will make room.
We will happily cover him on here as well. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
5 minutes only.
Oh, Sean, stop being dramatic, man.
No, I agree with that. I actually agree with that.
I was trying to be nice to him.
They are playing us in a couple of weeks, and they're like a bogey team to us these days. So
we will send them a map of the EFL. Definitely. You send me a list of Spurs fans that you know, and I will send them a link, or send them the link to this podcast to get them used to it for next season. Well, Spurs be the biggest side ever relegated to the Championship. We've just had a little bit of a conversation on this, haven't we?
Yeah, you've had some big teams. We mentioned Newcastle, Villa.
I think it'll be one of the biggest shocks, won't it? Considering like
one of the biggest shocks.
Been. Yeah.
When you look at the finances, because Spurs have still got one of the biggest wage budgets in the Premier League, haven't they? So it's just, and I know they've got injuries, but it's just chaos. They're talking about that Tudor's under pressure already as well, and like just the whole thing's a circus.
Someone just got here, poor lad.
Exactly. He's not even had all of his stuff shipped over.
The thing is, like we were saying before, if you're Ange, even though it was bad when he was there, you're absolutely rubbing your hands and laughing at, you know. You know what I mean? He got a massive payout. He won the European trophy, and at least he tried. The one thing I always thought when Spurs were at, and they couldn't defend for toffee, granted, but they were exciting to watch, you know. And now they can't score goals, they can't defend, They've got a shit goalkeeper. Like it's all popping off really. So yeah.
This makes me laugh with Glenn every time and Simon because we're only like joking, having banter.
Tottenham away for the promotion.
We didn't
Well, way to
actually
go.
say you'd bottle it. We said it seemed like you were at the time because you were so many points in front, and then obviously the other teams were making it up on you. And Middlesbrough did go top, didn't they? For was it a week or two?
They
Definitely
responded.
did go top.
They've
Exactly.
responded. I'm sure we'll talk about it with the championship, but they definitely
Claire.
responded.
Yeah.
Go on, Claire.
I was just going to say to that, I mean, we'll cover the championship later, but I think you can't like blame people for wondering if Coventry were going to bottle it because they were in such a good position. Obviously, I've said many times, like, I have a little soft spot because a very good friend of mine is a Coventry fan. And we're always like sort of comparing every single weekend. But even he was like, oh my God, like the bottle jobs. And so you can't really like blame anyone for, for saying that really. And I'm pretty sure you were probably thinking it as well, Glenn and Simon. In fact, Simon was definitely thinking it because you remember how negative he was a couple of weeks ago.
Especially about had you right. And then he scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying anything.
It is looking up a bit more.
Dip, throw away that key. There was something I wanted to touch on as well. We'll quickly go to have a quick look through the other results. So, obviously, very good win for Wigan Athletic.
Yeah.
1-0. Obviously, since replacing Ryan Lowe. And they brought in, I always get mixed up, is it Gary Cardwell or Caldwell? Caldwell. Gary Caldwell, and since bringing him obviously back to Wigan, they've been picking up and playing that little bit better, haven't they, Wigan? Against a very good Huddersfield Town side as well, who are building up some momentum and getting finding a way up there. Wycombe Wanderers as well, doing very well. And like I said, you mention them as well, Claire, quite a lot, don't you, Wycombe?
Yeah, and do you know the mad thing? Like, I said Nathan Lowe was not very good for us, and it was because we weren't playing him right. And now he's scoring for fun for them, isn't he?
Yeah. I think sometimes it depends, like you say, the position as well, because there's so many other teams that we've seen, and it's been like, oh, it's not worked out for a certain player, and then someone tweaks it, or they play him in a certain position, and it just thrive then. Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't mean they're a bad player, it just means
exactly. I always say this, always. I'm like, right, I'm not going to judge a book by its cover.
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
I knew that was coming.
Managers are away. Oh, he's one of the worst players I've seen in an Oldham shirt.
Listen, on my defense,
not in a Dale shirt.
In my defense, if you look at his stats when he was at Latics, I think he played like 25 times on loan, didn't get an assist and didn't get a goal. So from stats wise, it was pretty shit, to be fair. But I'm glad that he's gone on.
As we're saying, not playing him right, clearly.
Yeah, you're right. And one thing I will say that up until the last couple of years, I think Boundary Park has been a bit of a graveyard for strikers that have gone on and done good in other clubs and then come to Boundary Park and just been shit. So maybe we're the problem. Who knows?
Shit. Oh, fancy that.
Just wanting to touch on as well, obviously, Barnsley getting that win, but Leyton Orient, I know we spent quite a lot of time last week talking about them, but it's not looking good at all for them. And as we did mention last season, we kept saying they were heavily relying on them loan players. They've just not managed to get that back. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's completely true.
Yeah.
But even saying that, and obviously the loan players that they had were like just a touch above what this league really requires to do well. For them to have fallen so much to the point that they're now in the relegation zone, you have to question, like, they still had some good players of their own. So what's going so wrong this season? It'd be great if we could find a Leyton Orient fan to give us their perspective.
No. Do we know any? Anybody in the chat know any Leyton Orient fans?
No, I think I might know one actually. I'll
I
have
get on it.
yeah.
At the end of the show, I'm joking.
I'll always have a bit of a soft spot for Leyton Orient, just purely for the fact of that their supporters group helped Oldham a lot when they were going through their ownership issues, because
Yeah, they've been
they
good.
went through a big
They did with
profile
us.
like similar things. So, and obviously, you know, I was lucky enough to work with Richie Wellens for a little bit at Salford, so I've got a little bit of a soft spot for him as well. So I hope they survive, but like you say, they're on a really, really, really steep bad form at the minute, you know.
Oh, low blow. That is true as well. That can happen. That really can affect mentality at times.
Yeah, like look at Southend. I know they're getting near it and they've got them games in hand, but it's the same sort of thing.
Don't talk about Southend. Don't talk about Southend. We have Southend coming up, Aaron. Do not open your mouth right now and talk about Southend on a bad run, because you know what's going to happen. You know who's gonna. You know who they're going to be. Do not do it.
Even in the EFL, I still just have to remind people on a weekly basis that Oldham won a playoff final last year.
Yeah, that's a good point, that, because I think like there is often that hangover, but do you think it's to the point, and I'm not saying that it should be, by the way, I'm gonna pin, do you think it'd be like close to the point of like Richie Wellens being like insecure in his job at the moment? Bloody hell, Sam, that typing was loud.
I was like, what's going on?
That was putting me off. I couldn't get
the Oh, shit.
I confirm this is the trail.
You just at the top of it, like
Sam.
Yeah, I think, like, do you think he's at risk in terms of his role because of how they're doing, like, or do you think that's not a concern? Like,
it's a hard one, isn't it? It's a hard one, because I feel like
how do you turn these off?
He's done such a good job, and I think he's a really good manager. But as we see in football as well, as we see in football, I feel like sometimes it can hit a point where there's only so much a manager can do.
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure, because I feel like without Richie Wellens, he could struggle at the same time as well, because I really like him. I think he's a really, really good manager.
Same.
I think obviously he's the right man to kind of get him on track. I just don't know what's happening at the moment for him, whether they've got injuries, whether they just, it's like we say, a mentality thing. I really don't know.
It's interesting because I think obviously my personal experience with Wellens and managing Oldham, I think obviously he was in charge when Oldham dropped into League Two, but we all know now it wasn't him, it was the ownership. And I was one of the very few fans that said at the time, I think if we would have stuck with him, we would have been back into League One, you know, by now, maybe at the time. And but I feel like, I don't know, managers, we talk about managers not getting a lot of time in the game now, and I think that is, you know, that's fair, but also there's 10, 12 games left for most teams this season. Do they have to pull the trigger now before it is too late? You know, like, I don't know, but obviously it's a personal one that I would hope, you know.
Them up, do you reckon? Like,
I wouldn't put it past them staying up, because I think, like you said, and we've said it quite a lot of times, Richie Wellens is really is
sound like me.
You know what's going on?
You caught it.
So I think he's a really good manager, and I think he's a great manager at this level, as he proved last season, because it's all well and good having those good players, but you have to utilise those good players. So I just think it's interesting, really, just to get that perspective and see. I've not really looked, but I'm gonna do some prep on Leyton Orient for next. Oh, I'm not on next week. The week after, and maybe just have a look into the fan base and how things are going.
What we'll do, Claire, when you've found your prep, me and you will do an all about Leighton Orient.
I was going to say, Clara will do prep, and by the time she comes back on, they would have won like throwing a spin or something.
No, because Claire's on a lot, aren't you, Claire? How many podcasts have you been on recently?
I know, every week, but I have to break it next week because I'm on a 1-9.
So not much to be fair midweek. We've got Wycombe Wanderers beating Barnsley 1-0, Exeter City and Burton Albion a 1-1 draw, and Rotherham 0, Mansfield Town 0. Just on Burton Albion as well, because we did mention them last week, but look at them now, 17th.
Oh yeah,
17th, and you said, Claire, didn't you, all along?
They were
said Burton Albion will get out of it.
I did, yeah. Absolutely, Gary Bowyer, and I say it all the time, every season. Like, he is incredible at like. I mean, he's incredible at keeping teams up, and that pretty much that's all that Burton can realistically hope for, isn't it? But like, we struggle to play him every single time, and normally we luckily sneak a result. And I'm like, do you know what? They're in a false position. Rah, 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 rah. I said that recently about Orient as well, but Burton, when they beat us week before, they were really good value for that, and I'd not be shocked if they win a few more before the end of the season.
I just wanted to touch on, obviously, as well, like these playoff spots, because how close, right down, obviously, Stevenage, there's a little bit of a gap. There's a 4-point gap from Luton to Stevenage, but I tell you what, give Jack Wilshere and Chris Powell their credit. Since they've come in at Luton, they've been picking up results, haven't they? They've been on quite a decent run. I think have they got you, Claire, in the cup, in the final?
Who's that? Luton?
Luton.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've obviously got you in the final. But from Luton, we'll say Stevenage there on 51 points. It's close, isn't it? Like, the one's below the playoffs, the one's just out, and then obviously actual playoffs.
Yeah,
Don't count out my boys, Peterborough, will you?
That is true.
When you look at sort of recent form as well, obviously we played Stevenage on Saturday and they beat us. So they've won 3 out of 4. And then if you go on and you look then, sorry, 1 second, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry.
Bless you.
If you look at Huddersfield, they're not in good form at all. Like, they've won once since January. So maybe they'll start falling away. They won on the 21st of Feb against Barnsley. Other than that, they've got beat by Wigan, Doncaster, Stevenage, drawn against Blackpool, and then they beat Peterborough the 31st of Jan. So, like, I've seen quite a lot of their fans being very unhappy, and obviously it's led to them falling out of the playoffs. Our form's not good, obviously, better than it could be, but we have lost 3 out of 4 games in the league. So we're not doing very well. And then if you look at Bolton, obviously, as I said before, that's an incredible result. But their form is all right at the moment, not outstanding, but they've not lost a game of football in the league since the 10th of January.
Yeah.
So even when they're not doing well, they're drawing. So they've drawn 3 out of the last 4, won 1. But then you go before that, they'd won 4 in a row. So there's some really good form. And like you said before, Shah, Wycombe are flying as well. They've also won 3 out of 4. So it's very open, and I suppose as a neutral, like, it's probably a good run in. But when you're in the thick of it, it's not really a good run in.
No, I agree with that completely. I just think out of them playoff spots, I know Bolton are obviously at the moment really, really flying. They were drawing a lot of games, weren't necessarily losing, but they're picking up the points now in that 3rd place. But like I said, there's just something about Wycombe, what is standing out to me and making me think, like, they're my choice. I think they will do really, really well.
Yeah.
Actually, look now at their running and who they've got coming up.
I think I saw they've got a lot of the top teams, which can either
They've
work for you or against you.
They've got Bolton on
Yeah.
Saturday. That'll be a good game. Yeah.
I think I saw they've got to play like 7 of the top 11 or something, which it's tough. But then you can hurt the people around you, can't you? So it could be a big opportunity if they get a run. I think they have got to play Lincoln and Cardiff though. So
yeah, they have. It's Wickham. It's Wickham versus Bolton at Bolton. Then it's Wickham at home versus Luton. Then they've got Cardiff away. Then they've got Leyton Orient away. Then they've got Port Vale at home. Stockport then at your place, Claire. Then they've got Bradford, Huddersfield, Blackpool, Lincoln, and Rotherham. So they have got some real tough games, haven't they, to be fair? But
yeah. I just think it's, like I say, like good for a neutral because like and if you cast your minds back to the end of last season when we lost in the playoffs, I actually said like I felt like we'd missed a golden opportunity because I thought that the league was going to be extremely solid this season, but it's not turned out that way. Like, we've not played well all season, maybe in 2 or 3 matches. Like, we've been really poor to watch. Yeah. So for us to be still in the playoffs when we're playing awfully, when our form isn't great, like, it just shows what a poor league it is in comparison to the season. It was really competitive last season, bit tough, but it's just really not that standard now. And really, it shows anybody can beat anybody. So I think it would be good for like you guys to sit back and watch the running, but
not for you.
Us in the thick of it, it's going to be a bit stressful. But I have just seen Cardiff and Lincoln play each other on Saturday. That's a dinner time kickoff. So I feel like it's going to be a massive match. Absolutely 0-0 written all over it, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's double Desi.
We've got Cardiff, Lincoln, and then obviously we've got Bolton and Wickham. So some good games on. I will have a look at and read out the league table now for League One. So no change at the top. We do have Cardiff City on 72 points, but just a point behind them, we have Lincoln City in second on 71 points. Bolton Wanderers are third on 61 points. A little bit of a gap, isn't there, between third place and second place, just to 10 points. Then we have in fourth place Bradford City with 58 points. Stockport County are fifth on 56 points. And Wickham Wanderers are sixth on 53 points. In the relegation zone, we do have in 21st, Leyton Orient on 36 points. Rotherham are 22nd on 35 points. Northampton Town, 23rd on 35 points. And Port Vale are bottom of the league on 27 points. But they did win their FA Cup tie, didn't they, against Bristol City? Very late goal, midweek. No, don't worry. We've not done the championship yet. Championship is last this week, so do not worry, because there's lots to talk about on the championship. Lots.
Just before we move on, can I just pick my team up for winning on Tuesday night?
Yeah, of course you can.
For once. We didn't play particularly well, but you've probably seen the winning goal all over social media because, yet again, Ollie Norwood, outstanding. Won us the game with a free kick. We didn't get out of second gear, I'll be honest. Like I've said quite a lot, Doncaster are not a good team. So we beat them, and we will be going to Wembley. I won't because I hate the Virtue Trophy, but a few thousand will be going, each to their own. I just don't like that trophy. Hopefully, we'll get our act together and have another trip there in May.
Hopefully. I'm hoping we don't have to go there. We're already promoted. I don't want to go Wembley.
Yeah.
Don't want to go. No. But we will do League Two. Right. Aaron. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to change it to green. I've totally messed these graphics
Don't worry,
up.
that's
I've
sabotage.
completely done the opposite.
That's sabotage.
It's always older. Everyone in the chat, you don't have to point it out. I've noticed I've done them completely wrong. May have forgot to do this one.
This is what happens when Oldham wins. Shah just puts them all as red if you win.
I go like that.
So, before I big us up a little bit, which I will do, I'm going to preface that I think Crawley Town would struggle in the National League. They are absolute utter garbage. Like, we genuinely, like Claire said about Stockport not getting out of second gear on Tuesday night, I don't think we got out of second gear, and it could have been 5 or 6, and I don't think anyone could have complained. We just weren't clinical enough. And obviously Jack Stevens got the brace, which I think, he's had a really, really tough time with injury. But since he's come in, I think he's got something like 7 goal contributions in the last 10 games or something that he's played. Obviously, that's, the type of recruitment that I would like us to take into the summer more of, taking the sort of best of the National League and giving them a chance in the EFL. I think that's something that can really work for us. And yeah, he's been wonderful. I don't know whether you've seen the second goal he scored weekend, but he picked the ball up from the halfway line and just like dribbled it past Crawley's non-existent defence and slotted it into the bottom corner. It was a wonderful finish. But you know what? I think not just this game as well. Obviously, we're now 4 unbeaten and we've got 4 clean sheets on the spin. And I think going and doing that after conceding 9 goals and losing 3 on the spin before that, I think shows the kind of mental resilience of this squad in, new into the division. Obviously, it's very rare that teams out the National League get dragged back into a relegation scrap in League Two. So I don't think we were ever really in danger of doing that. But we now have the clean sheet, the top clean sheet maker in the division in Matt Hudson. He has been absolutely vital for us this season in some games, and there's League One teams coming for him in the summer for quite a lot of money, I believe, and thankfully we've got him on another year, so it looks like we'll be able to make quite a lot of money off him. And yeah, it's just a really, really good spot for us to be in, a really nice place for us to be in at the minute. And like we were saying, we've got obviously we're looking up. We've got the 10-point gap from us in the playoffs at the minute, but we've got 2 games in hand. So you never know, really. Obviously, it would take a hell of a run, but you never know. Anything can happen. But I think the fact that on our first season back, we're looking upwards rather than looking behind us, I think is a massive credit to Mellon and his team. And obviously, we go to Tranmere. They've lost 10 out of 11 now, and obviously
just manager, haven't they?
Yeah, they sacked Andy Crosby yesterday. So in the most typical Latics fashion ever, Mickey Mellon will turn up there and they'll do us in, no doubt about it. But yeah, it's been a really, really good run. It's been a really good run, and I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, also I know they got the win on Saturday, but I think the other team I wanted to touch upon, because I think I had them to win the playoffs, so maybe win automatic promotion at the beginning of the season. But Salford, they're doing the yearly let's just randomly fall off a cliff. And their sort of form is absolutely ridiculously bad at the minute. Like I said, I know they got the win here, but we talk about Welland being under pressure. I wonder, with the sort of pressure cooker of the 92 and their sort of expectations, you have to wonder if this run continues, will Kyle Robinson be under pressure as well? So it's an interesting one. I think for as much as I give us credit for being so comfortable in this division, you have to give Barnet the same credit, and obviously 100%. that's a big result for them. And I think just going on a slight tangent, I think this would give Rochdale or York, whoever takes that title, a lot of confidence, knowing that there's not a lot of difference really in the National League and League Two in terms of quality. I would expect both of them sides to comfortably survive, and maybe even look to push on. So yeah, I think it's a really sort of open league. but it's not really a league this year that's got loads of quality in it, if I'm being honest. Obviously, Walsall are doing Walsall things again. And, you know, but yeah.
They did win, though, despite them being in red. And Luke, where have you been? I already pointed out.
Yeah,
I
shows
thought,
you're not
I've not
listening,
made-
Luke. You're not
I
listening.
know, I've not made how many mistakes in so many weeks, so I thought I'd make them all at once this show. I thought, do you know what? I know how to wind the chat up. I know how to get them all talking. I'll do one page full of mistakes. So yeah, I did. And what? I run the show. If I want to do it wrong, I'll do it wrong. And it's Sam.
If I want to put your team in red, let me do it.
I'll put your team in red. Luke, I don't have a choice with Gateshead. They're just in red anyway. I'm joking.
God.
I love you
Wow.
really.
He's
I love
just
you
used to
really.
looking for the red teams, and you know when it comes up.
I love you really, Luke. I'm only joking. I'm trying to actually suss out myself who's won and who's not. I mean, very, very worrying times for Barrow. They are now, listen everyone, they are now in the relegation zone. Newport are not in the relegation zone.
Newport
If I weren't sat down, if we all weren't sat down, we would have fainted by now.
Newport can't stay up. They can't, please. Nobody likes that away day. It's one of the longest ones you could possibly do, especially if you're Northern. And yeah, it's
That's what she said.
Claire's random interjection
One of
there.
the longest ones. That's what she said.
You can always rely on me.
You always come back at the right time.
Look, I still think if I was to put anything on it, I still think Newport will go down. I think
Do you reckon?
just
I feel for Barrow, mate. I really do think Barrow was struggling.
Yeah.
They are, because Harrogate have started picking up points as well, haven't they? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty 50.
You want to see his long ones on a Monday? They're extra long on a Monday. 3 pages I had, I think, the other day. 3 long ones. That sounds really wrong, actually. I didn't, everyone, by the way. I'm not that lucky.
Jesus.
3 pages.
That's
worth.
why I've made so many mistakes on the chat and the things. So I've made so many mistakes this evening. It's been a long week.
This podcast is previously won awards, you know.
You wouldn't get this anywhere else, though.
Authentic.
I've gone red. I've gone red.
The way I said it, and then I clicked and thought, no. 3 long ones on a Monday. I didn't find the time, actually. It was a late one. We're on for like 3 hours on Monday. So, yeah, just to back up everything, I meant match reports. Match reports. Like I said, I couldn't find the time. It was a really, 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 there's lots to talk about on Monday's show. You can go and check it out. I think we need to do a members edition, Sam.
It does. It
Where we
needs.
talk about the long ones.
It just the carnage just goes completely after dark.
Definitely.
Everyone just needs to regain a bit of composure here.
I know. I'll give it a minute. I'll have a drink. We'll all have a drink and chill out, and then we'll get back to League Two.
I've not got any mini eggs left.
Shout outs.
Do you want one? Do you want me to drop you one off?
Mm-hmm.
Just post one through your letterbox. Just 1 mini egg.
Just 1 mini egg to everyone.
That's what we'll do, Claire. We'll go on walks to drop mini eggs off for everyone in the pod.
Sounds good.
I will. I'll put you in green. Yeah. Tell you what, you make a couple of mistakes.
All on it. Always on it.
Honestly. Do you know what I'm going to do, though? First one to point out my mistakes in future in the chat, they can do my graphics.
Yeah.
Double game weeks.
Double game
6
weeks.
leagues.
Yeah.
6 leagues. National League and EFL.
Yeah. Do you remember before the spreadsheets as well, Shah? They used to take hours, didn't they?
Exactly.
When we had all 6 leagues. This is the effort,
Exactly.
see, behind the scenes.
I know. I know, Graham. I'm only joking. We're only messing. Claire, I know it's hard to suss out who's won, who's drawn, and who's lost. But any standouts for you?
Bromley, like, I know we keep
Smashing
discussing
it.
it recently, but oh my God, I feel like they're a really good example of a team building and progressing on the foundations that they've already got in place and then just continuing to sort of flourish. I was very impressed with them last season, how well they did. And now this season, they're just incredible. And I think the model that they've got, the way they operate as a club, I just think it's really good. So it's good to see them challenging up there. Salford, surprising me, I've said this many times as well, but fair play to them, doing well, and they might surprise us all by not having reached the ceiling.
I wanted to actually point this one out because how have Aki got players to field on the pitch after their constant disciplinary issues? Surely, what is going on at Accrington? It's not even John Coleman and Jimmy Bell anymore, and it's going on. I could understand it for John Coleman. He's team in National League at the moment, John Coleman.
Surprise.
It's Rebecca on the sidelines getting them all riled up.
Yeah, maybe it's her.
It was Donald Love won it as well.
Donald Trump.
You can tell who Daisy loves.
And I thought it said Donald Trump.
I'd love it.
He deserves a red card.
Love. It was really early into the match as well. A straight red card. It's just stupid. We talk all the time about stupid red cards for two yellows, but to get yourself sent off less than 15 minutes into a match, I hope he got fined.
Do you know what I think you should do now, Claire? Because you mentioned Donald Duck, do an impression of him.
I'll just do the Donald chase.
No, you've got to make a noise. Go on.
I'm Donald Duck. I can't do a Donald Duck.
Oh, let the team down, Claire.
That sounded like if Donald Duck was on crack.
But because you've been talking plenty, your voice has gone fine. This is a great opportunity for you to sing to Sam.
What do you want me to sing to him? Happy birthday? No, I'll do that at the end because what I'll do, we'll let the chat decide what genre to sing it in, and I'll sing happy birthday in that genre.
Get going, chat. Get going.
What have you got? Have you got a lot in your walkie here? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Oh, too right. I'm an entertainer.
just not a genre that's going to get Shah cancelled. Just well respectable.
I think
genre.
I'm already cancelled by talking about on Monday. I had 3 long ones off Chris.
I've only just recovered from that, Shah.
Honestly. Oh man.
Oh wow.
Sam, is there any on here you want to give a mention to? I do apologise that you may not be able to tell who's won, who's lost, and who's drawn.
So, from what I can deduct, I think a good win for Crewe. I know it was against Tranmere. Obviously, it had been poor, sat their manager, but they were behind. They had to turn that around a bit late and keep themselves firing in their kind of playoff. So I was going to pick, I think, Crewe have been doing out. And also want to shout out Colchester for letting down my goals predictions at the weekend. I don't know why I picked them, and it shows what I know about League Two.
That's quality. Sorry, Sam.
So obviously they let me down at the weekend. But no, it was fairly low scoring, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fairly low scoring amongst it, compared with League One, I think. So yeah, I'll give Crewe a bit of credit, and of course Bromley carry on. A couple of cheeky
They're just
penalties.
Smashing it, aren't they, Bromley? Absolutely smashing it, like we've said, and I just love to see it as well. Love to see it. Chris, talk about if you weren't there. Just quickly having a look. we've pretty much covered them all, haven't we now? 0-0 for Luke as well. At least you spotted that one, Luke. We do have a couple. Let me see. Oh, I've got these colours right.
I just want to point out, right, just something that I've noticed. Aaron's come back because Oldham didn't get beat.
I said that as soon as I got here today. I said that. I pointed that out myself.
I know, but you just need
Listen,
to.
I've not been here for the last 4 weeks, and we've not lost in the last 4 weeks, so that adage can't run. So I'll start though, because I'm going to end the Bromley loving a little bit on this one result, if I can.
I tell you what, Aaron, you cover all of these games now. I've got faith in you.
Let's do it.
Every single one.
Let's do it.
Match report on all of them.
So I'll start with our game. And the biggest compliment I can give Bromley is they're like Arsenal at the minute in terms of they found the style of football. It's not great. They bang on the work percentages, and they've got some big, strong, ugly boys that you can't get past. But we were denied the biggest penalty you'll probably see all season, and we probably should have won the game. However, like I said before, if you would have said to me coming into the season, or as Bromley are flying, that we would have gone to their place, been the better side for 75% of the game, and come away with 0-0 against the runaway league leaders, I would have took that. Obviously, it means that we've now got 4 clean sheets on the spin, and like I said, Matt Hudson is number 1 clean sheet holder. I also,
I'm so sorry, Aaron. I genuinely heard you say, I misheard what you said. And I'm texting Claire saying, oh my God, I've totally misheard what Aaron said. I'm not going to say it. I'll put it in the group chat. But I completely misheard what you said.
So just so we're clear, I didn't say anything that was cancelable, did I? I said what I thought.
No. I thought you did.
Okay. Right, good.
That's why I'm so sorry.
It's all right. So
I can't hide it. When I'm laughing.
So Chesterfield, then I will give a lot of credit to. Obviously, they're on a really good run themselves. I know they lost the game before, obviously Tuesday night, but they're a team. I think we always talk about teams that are nearly and whether they will do it. We've spoke about Salford. I feel like as well in terms of they're always in that playoff shout out. They no matter really what division they're in. So is this going to be their year where they actually finally can win the playoffs? We'll have to see. Salford, Claire said they were doing well, but they have done well for the majority of the season. But over the last maybe 3-4 weeks, they've actually slowly begun to fall off a cliff. If you look at results wise, and obviously that's a bad result on paper. But Grimsby have Grimsby something to do with their home form. I don't think they've lost this year, have they?
No, we've got a very good form.
Grimsby.
So yeah, there's that, and then obviously Newport we have to give credit to for that result. Obviously pulls them out of the drop and pulls Tranmere further close to the drop as well. Like I said, 10 defeats out of 11 now. They've got disciplinary issues themselves as well, because Sam Finlay got sent off as well, the captain, and it was a horrendous challenge as well. I don't know whether you've seen it, but as a captain, as a leader of a team that's in a relegation dogfight, you almost expect a bit better and a bit more discipline for somebody that wears the armband. And to think you're going to get away with a challenge like that is a bit ludicrous, to be honest. So obviously they had to make the managerial change. They have done, obviously, getting rid of Crosby, and there is talk of maybe potential Ryan Law going back there. So we'll have to we'll have to keep an eye on that in the next couple of weeks.
Appointment, I think.
Obviously, he's a bit of a legend there, isn't he, as well, from his playing time. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then Walsall, again, doing Walsall things really at the important end of the season. They always kind of blow up. So that is your comprehensive midweek League Two match day rundown.
Check the group chat as well, because I put in what I thought you said.
Let's have a look.
I'm glad you didn't read it.
Do I need to turn off my camera when I read this or what?
And just pointing out as well, Chris, Barry were just on an awful run of form. 1 win in the last 6 league games. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. That's what I thought you said. Hence the laughing. So that's why I'm so sorry. Me and Claire ended up laughing.
Listen, each to their own in 2026.
Exactly.
All
Don't judge.
All I can say, Aaron, is I'm just glad you didn't say it was tight at the bottom. So that's all I can add to that.
Hey! Funny. Fluffer.
Oh, funny. Oh, funny. Chris has put Walsall did beat Shrewsbury, but Strange one. There's a lot of strange results going on at the moment, now, isn't there?
Yeah.
A lot of strange ones. Sorry, Aaron.
Sorry, I've been asked as well. I can't believe I'm doing this for a Tranmere fan, but just to make people aware, there's a lot of issues going on with Tranmere and their ownership, and they're staging a protest at the Oldham game on Saturday. Apparently, a lot of them are not going to turn up, which could work in our favour. So
yeah,
but that's obviously it's is it Palios? I think they're called out of the family, and obviously their only real recent success in the last maybe 10-12 years that they've been there is the Mickey Mellon seasons, and obviously for as much as I don't like them, Tranmere are far bigger of a club to be in a relegation battle in League Two, in my opinion. So hopefully, like everyone else, they can come to the end of their ownership struggles, but hopefully not at our expense on Saturday. We can go there and get a routine win as it should be, you would think on paper. But I know that's happening on Saturday, so I just thought I'd give a bit of a shout out to that.
No, definitely.
But yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Right. League Two table. This made me laugh what Sean said. Apparently the ref has gone off to sort his headset out, even he's seen enough of Spurs. That was funny for you, Sean. I'm joking.
Everyone's just
I love them. No wonder I've got a sore throat. It's karma in it for being a cow.
Moo.
So top of League Two, we do have Bromley on 69 points. Cambridge United a second on 64 points. MK Dons a third on 62 points. Then in the playoffs, we have Swindon Town fourth on 62 points. Notts County a fifth on 61 points. Chesterfield are 5 points behind them in sixth place on 56 points. And Crewe Alexandra have that final playoff spot. They are seventh, also on 56 points. And then in the relegation zone, we have Barrow a 23rd. That really distracted me. Barrow a 23rd on 27 points. And also on 27 points, but just bottom on goal difference. We have Harrogate just above them, though. It's really tight in relegation, isn't it? As well again. We have obviously there Crawley Town on 20, obviously 21st on 28 points.
Sorry.
Newport County 22nd on 28 points. And then obviously bottom two on 27. But even Bristol Rovers, to be fair, are 31 points.
It's tight, and with Tranmere sort of struggling as well and getting dragged in. And so if Newport and Harrogate start carrying on that form that they've got, then it will drag a couple more teams in there. It's tight at the bottom, as Aaron said earlier. And
even the playoffs as well. Tight at the bottom, and then even going to playoffs there from like Walsall in 11th, it's like 3 points between Walsall and Crewe.
If you could give me the ideal scenario, I would maybe draft off any of them bottom 5 if it meant one of the northern teams of York and Rochdale coming up to make the league a bit more northern. But that's just my own.
What about both of us?
You know what? I said that. I would love both of you to come up, but if we learned anything last year, the team in second place doesn't win the playoffs because of the gap, because of the 14 days, 13 days gap, whatever it is.
They've apparently changed that now.
Oh, is it not a thing now?
Apparently, after last season and a lot of complaints, they have changed it, so it's not as long now. The waiting
complaints,
period.
by complaints, do you mean Matt Ugly's letter the day after we won?
Yeah, pretty much. Come on, Matt, lad.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'd do a trade off for some more northern teams in this division next year, definitely.
Rochdale.
Yes, because believe it or not, we are rivals, but I would like that game back. I think anyone would be stupid not to say they would like the game back, because
you always beat us.
I was going to say normally it means 6 points for us, so I'll take it, you know.
Or at least 4. You were 6 or 4.
Yeah.
I drove past Oldham's ground the other day. What a shithole. Like, it's been a while since we've played Oldham. But honestly, it's like properly in the middle of like a ghetto, innit? Ghetto!
Well, I would just like to specify, I'm not going to comment on this because I don't actually live in Oldham, so...
No, it's a shithole!
And to anybody planning on going to Oldham, it's not actually in the ghetto, so don't be scared.
And anyone that's from Oldham, I don't share the views of Claire. Thank you very much. Please don't beat me up at Boundary Park. I'm sorry.
Do you know what I think we need to do, Sam? We need to do like a headline thing. What comes up? Claire's views. Claire's views only.
Yeah. Claire's views are not respective of everybody.
The best bit about it is the road out of it, let's be honest. And I have to have this level of banter about Oldham because my very good friend Mike Flynn, who used to play for County, also used to play for Oldham. He lives in Royton. And he's an Oldham fan. Like, he's not really like an active Oldham fan. He never ever goes. But that's his team growing up. So I have to give him a bit of stick. Like, when I moved into my house, he came and started writing away FC all over stuff that was in the house.
And then I joined the podcast, and your eyes lit up and thought, I can have him here every week.
Well, no, you're just a bell end.
I don't know how to defend myself from that.
Love you.
I'm glad you said the surrounding areas of Oldham are a bit of a shithole, because if you would have said Boundary Park was a shithole, I think I would have to disagree now, because maybe 5 years ago it was a bit of a shithole and it was falling down. But that north stand that we've got, the new stand, I think it's one of the nicest stands in the division. So yeah.
I took that off because it's not just Claire's views now.
When I joined this podcast, Sam, you really stitched me up, didn't you? You put me with a Rochdale fan and a Stockport fan that hates Oldham. I battle every week here just to be equal, you know what I mean?
You knew this information when you signed up. It was in the interview.
Yeah,
you United fan. He hates Oldham.
You came crawling to us, didn't you? Saying, I really want to talk about how rubbish Oldham are. Have you got space for me?
Listen, I just like the attention.
Right. So what we are going to do, we're going to cover the games in the Championship. I know there was one midweek game as well, which we will touch on. And then we do have something to talk about, because it has come out today that the playoffs will indeed have 6 playoff spots. But first and foremost, any Championship fans, send in your match reports, any talking points, and we will speak about them. But first, I'm going to come to you, Sam. Championship. Any standouts on here, or just any you want to give a mention to?
Championship. So I'm going to shout out Ipswich as well as this and the midweek one, who've Ipswiched it back on with a big win against Swansea. Back in the promotion fight. But it was also I think it was Kieran McKenna's, I can't remember, was it his 100th victory in charge of Ipswich, which is,
I love Kieran McKenna.
Over the history of it, it's better than Sir Alf Ramsey, it's better than Bobby Robson. Like, Ipswich have had some tremendous over their entire history. So a fair play as well, because Ipswich stuck with him with what happened in the Premier League, and rebuilding them again this season and looking good. And I like the fact that Ipswich have come back again as as Middlesbrough getting that victory as well, be a massive for them to make it more of a fight. And I think they're all pushing each other, Ipswich, Middlesbrough and Coventry. And I mean, for Coventry, it was ever since I remember we were doing the watch along show and we switched across to Coventry, Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
And Middlesbrough scored and Coventry were really wobbling in that game. But because they reacted so quickly, ever since that moment, they've just looked like a team of old. It's given them an unbelievable
switch, doesn't it?
Something switched. They got so much confidence from it, and vice versa. Middlesbrough then took a bit of a punt after that. So it's good for Middlesbrough that they got a win at Birmingham the other night. And Coventry have been on a bit of a tear too. So to see all three of them win it just adds that extra bit of spice to it. But yeah, fair play to Kieran McKenna with what he's done. It was a fantastic strike as well from Matasiwa to win the game for him as well. So I think it's going to be really tight. I still think it's really tough to call. I get you almost have to separate the part of the that's going to be massive. You almost have to separate the part of the season now where Coventry was so far ahead and just deal with kind of what it is now, because it is a very different position. I mean, it's good to have that they've extended that lead again, but it's very quick to kind of draw the other way. So it's going to be every weekend, but it's still 11 games is a long way to go. Yeah. And we've seen like teams like Middlesbrough drop off for a couple of games. It's only going to take one of them to drop off and that'll be it. But I think to have three of them there all fighting together is going to make it really, really exciting. So, yeah, Championship is exciting as always.
I completely agree. Just before we carry on about the Championship, Sean, where was you? Because we've spoke about it.
We didn't talk about them. Northampton got beat. Hence why
we did speak about it, though. We only spoke about the winners.
Some impressive bloody handlebar you've got going on.
I'm confused.
His moustache is called an handlebar moustache.
I get it now.
Like, imagine you're riding your bike, got your handlebar. I like that. Claire, any on here that stand out to you or any you want to talk about in the Championship? Yeah, a couple. Literally only a couple this time, Sam, don't worry.
Sam's been first, that's why I said he could go first.
I was tempted to do all 12 just to give you nothing, but...
Norwich, that's a really good
one. Norwich.
Lee Chester. Right, my brain's going now.
That sounds like a name. This is my mate, Lee Chester.
I could just feel my brain making noise and trying to tell me to be stupid, so I apologise. I think that's a really good win for Norwich at Leicester. I know Leicester are struggling, but Norwich have been doing really well post, obviously, terrible start of the season. And secondly, Middlesbrough. I know obviously they've fallen a little bit because obviously they've had a Coventry go past them. So there's back to a 5-point gap again now. Whereas obviously they did overtake for a little bit. I think Middlesbrough getting sort of that win was really important for them, really, in the greater scheme of things. They actually did play some pretty sweet football as well. Don't know if anyone else watched it. Matt Target, is that his name?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought he was outstanding for him on Monday night. So, yeah, Middlesbrough, I think it was really important win for them, big win, because I think they'd maybe, and I don't want to speak badly of them because obviously we've bigged them up, but I kind of feel like some of the fans got a little bit complacent when they took over. So it was the first win in 4 games, so definitely a vital win for them, and away from home even more so.
Just really quickly before I come to you, Aaron, I just wanted to address this again. If anybody does have any Spurs friends and are unsure where to go next season when they get relegated, You can have fun on here. You can talk football. We're looking for a Spurs pundit as well if they'd like to come and join us. So just send them this link. We will make them feel at home. Don't you worry. Aaron?
Yes.
Any on here you want to give a mention to in the Championship?
So obviously the last time I was on, I talked about like the weird sort of fever dream I have of Millwall making the Premier League, and they are giving it the best shot to make it happen via the playoffs. So
Really
I just
are,
want to give
isn't
another
it?
shout out to them. And also I feel like obviously you might have spoken about it in the weeks I've not been here, but obviously Southampton are beginning to recover a little bit now. They had one of the worst, you know, a newly relegated side have, and they're slowly trying to get back in that conversation. So obviously a big result for them. And then obviously I know they've got the bankroll by Hollywood, which is always going to bring success, but it would be a hell of a story. It would be a hell of a story if Wrexham went back to back. That would be a. Did I miss a back? That would be a hell of a story. So yeah, them three I think are worth keeping an eye on at this point. Yeah.
I saw something on Twitter. I don't know if it's true or not, but someone actually put that there was rumours if Preston do get promoted, they'll be looking at Andy Robertson and Harry Wilson to sign them with the Welsh connections. I don't know how true it obviously is because Harry Wilson's obviously smashing it at the minute.
I was going to say, surely they can't make Harry Wilson go from Fulham.
No, I know, but I don't know how true it is. It's probably just silly rumours.
That would be
Silly
big money
rumours,
as well.
but
Even
Andy Robertson would be more realistic though, wouldn't he? Because he'd be like, what would he be? He'd be like 34, 35 at the time.
That's mad.
You know, a bit more.
Like I said, I don't know how true it actually is. It was only on Twitter, and you know, with anything on Twitter, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt.
Definitely.
Oh, let me have a look, which I think. Obviously, I think Sheffield United are doing decent again now, aren't they? Picking up points and stuff. I know it was against QPR, but QPR, to be fair, are doing fairly well, aren't they, this season? No, 15th. Doing all right. But yeah, Sheffield United, obviously, 13th in the table. Not far off, though, to be honest. 48 points. But yeah, they're going on a decent run at the moment. They're picking up the points. But I have got some Harry Wilson has Wrexham links, and he's got some transfer rumours links in recent years. Yeah, I thought I didn't dream it.
It takes some serious money, wouldn't it, Harry Wilson at the minute? Because I think there's going to be there's teams that are going to be looking at him back in the.
I love him.
In the top 8, to be honest.
He's a bit of a wizard, isn't he? Really.
He rescues my FPL on a regular basis. To be honest, I do have some match reports, but just bear with me because I do have quite a lot of chat. We do have in the chat though. So Portsmouth dominate their games, but seem to still struggle to find the net. Hull got lucky and didn't deserve the win, but that's football. Oh, I love that we've got a Portsmouth fan.
Yeah,
I love that new fans are coming in. Yeah, but yeah, I totally agree with that. To be fair, I think Portsmouth were unlucky from everything I've seen. Hull though grinding out that result, weren't they? But yeah, Portsmouth. To be fair, I do agree with that.
Yeah,
Mousinho, I think he's hitting he's got a landmark coming up as well. 150 games in charge as well. He's done well to say because I think he was under pressure, wasn't he, a bit, and they've stuck with him. And so there's a good feel there, isn't there? Even though they're still looking over their shoulder a little bit, but I think that's it's good to see them sticking with it, and if they can stay up again, then rebuild again in the summer and start to bring Portsmouth back. We've seen it now for 2 seasons, so
yeah. Definitely. Chris has put as well, Leicester are doing a from Premier League to League One like some ex-Premier League teams have done in the past. Obviously, points deduction didn't help their cause, did it? But they are really, really struggling. Really struggling at the moment, Leicester. Good to see. Just really quickly as well in the chat, sorry. I have got yours, Aled. I will read it out. I can't keep up at the minute. So Charlton away, felt it was quite an even game, but went into halftime 1-0 up from a Rathbone goal. Ollie Rathbone, I love him. and he is definitely on form and has been scoring some pivotal goals this season. He was one of my favourite ever Dale players, Ollie Rathbone. Second half, some incredible saves by our goalkeeper.
A conquest.
Thank you. I just kept seeing loads of O's and thought, where do I start? Thank you. A Conquo. And one outstanding save, which was a match-winning save. Long words don't do me any justice with my accent as well.
One page to do though.
Long ones. Graham has put the other side of it. So from the Charlton perspective, Wrexham at home can't fault the performance. Should have taken any of our first half chances and got punished for not doing so. Another harsh lesson when on top. That's literally, honestly, the story at the minute of the season, isn't it, Graham? I feel like I've heard that a few times where it's been like missing out on chances, not taking the chances, and then there's been a sucker punch. So, yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? Graham's also put Birmingham at home next up on Saturday, followed by Borough away Wednesday, then a massive game next Saturday versus Oxford away. Very big game. Very big game. Charlton need to win that. They need to win that. Really quickly, have I got anything else? We have in the chat as well. Aled thinks Coventry are getting automatic promotion. I think so, to be honest, with Coventry 100%, and fully deserved as well. No, like we said, they had that moment where they did tail off for them few weeks, but I feel like in the championship so far this season, I cannot deny that whatsoever. I don't know about you guys whether you agree with that, but I feel like Coventry have been best team.
Nailed. I agree completely, but I've also got a feeling Middlesbrough are not going to get it, and Ipswich are going to take their place.
Ipswich are mine.
I think as well, it kind of it'll vindicate Lampard a little bit because, you know, I think he needed this, didn't he, for his own career, in the sense of, you know, and yeah, I think it's massive. It'd be a massive achievement for him, obviously.
Definitely. I think it'd be, like we said, I think it'd be good for Lampard, and obviously as a manager too, because I know we've seen him, what he can do. It was at Derby for a bit, wasn't it, Frank Lampard? It was at Derby. Obviously, we've seen him at Chelsea.
The Spygate and the playoff final, or the playoff semi-final, I should say.
Yeah. And then obviously if he can do that with Coventry, the only thing that I do worry about them is if he does well with Coventry, do you reckon if a certain club in London are willing to sack another manager again, Chelsea, do you reckon he'd go for someone like Lampard, or do you think not?
He's been there and done it twice, hasn't he, now? Because he went back as an interim charge, didn't he? But I think I don't know. I think they're at a point now where they're a bit, Chelsea's ceiling is a bit higher than what I think Lampard's ceiling is. And that's the difference, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think they need someone more experienced at the level that they want to be competing at, not just in terms of Premier League, but Europe as well.
Saying that though, they've currently got Liam Rossini, who doesn't have much experience at all, you know.
Wild.
I think people are harsh on him. I really like Rossini. I liked him at Hull. I loved him at Hull. I thought he was harshly treated at Hull. Yeah,
he was. They shouldn't have sacked him, but the owner of the team that is just joined from owns Chelsea as well, doesn't he? So
Strasbourg. So it's all. I mean, Lampard. If he was out of work and they needed somebody to sort of a bit like the job Michael Carrick's doing at Man United, you could see them doing that again. But I can't see he's not going to leave to say Coventry if they get promoted to then go if Chelsea do for that period. I think it's different, and Chelsea aren't going to offer it to him full time again. So I think he's right to just to see out, but. The thing is, if Coventry need to make it, because I think there are a few Premier League sides that would probably sniff about if they didn't.
It probably deserves a chance in the Premier League, to be fair to him. But he should do it with someone like Coventry so that they can kind of learn together, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
With Cov as well, I think
same time, won't they?
I think they could meet. Obviously, the Premier League is a bit of a different beast, but I think they try and go about it the same way that Sunderland did in the same regard, because Doug King has quite a lot of finance behind him, I believe. I don't think they're short for money in that regard. So, you know, I think that would maybe make him stay as well, in the fact that they're going to go up and he's probably not going to be on like shoestring budgets in the Prem. So that will obviously help him build a team to hopefully make them survive and thrive, you know.
And Lampard's going to have the pull as well. Like, you know, get a lot of these
100%.
players, the age that they're at, watched Lampard in his peak and loved Lampard a lot. So, and he'll also have his Chelsea connection. So I wouldn't be surprised to see an influx of Chelsea loans come their way either, because it's what he did with Derby, wasn't it, when he had that before? So I would only imagine in the Premier League. And Chelsea have a lot of players on their books to loan out, so he won't be short of an option or two.
Definitely. By the way, everyone, I don't actually think Lampard's going to go. I just thought I'd just make up a talking point. In the chat, though, Aled has actually put, because they do have a cup tie against Chelsea. Chelsea at home for us this Saturday in the FA Cup. Oh, we've got some people out, though. But you never know, Aled. Still got a lot of quality. And just think with Chelsea, they're very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Wonder if he'll play as well, because I know against Hull, they gave some of the players a rest, didn't they, and played like the second string more so.
He probably will, because Champions League's back soon as well. So
that's true.
He might rest a few.
Like you said, they've got a squad of 300, so they've got plenty to fit.
They've got loads, haven't they? They have got loads. Just quickly touching on some of the other games. Very good win. Again, I feel like I say this a lot for Derby County. Nova against Blackburn Rovers, who've been struggling, but Derby, I did mention it last week. I feel like some of the players they brought in on loan, Sammy Schmodix, for example, they've got a really good core, really good team, and they are doing very, very well this season. So hats off to them. Watford as well. I feel like Watford, we were all really shocked about the departure of the manager, but they seem to be smashing it at the moment. And just look where they are in the table. The 9th now, 51 points. They're 6 points off the playoffs, but I think that's really, really good for Watford. I know they have been a little bit inconsistent throughout the last few seasons. They did find the feet, didn't they, under the manager? He left, was it due to personal reasons or something? I'm not overly too sure. There weren't really much said about it, was there? But yeah, they are still picking up points and managing to find the wins, which is excellent for them.
Just to add on Derby as well, Shay, have you heard about their goalkeeper, Zetterstrom? So he's been out for 7. He's missed 7 of the last 8 games. He's got some miss. They don't know what's wrong with him. He's got an illness.
I know O'Donnell's been playing, hasn't he?
Yeah, they don't know he's been having all sorts of tests. He's got some sort of mystery sort of virus illness, and so he's sort of slowly improving, but they just don't know what the issue is with him. So hopefully it's nothing serious and they can kind of resolve it. But yeah, it's kind of gone under the radar a bit, because obviously, as you said, O'Donnell's come in and been playing, but yeah, so it must be a worrying one for him. Yeah.
I really hope he's okay. Yeah. Really, really hope he's okay. That's scary, especially when nobody knows what's actually wrong. That's awful. I hope everything's okay with him health-wise. Really, really do. Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Obviously, just touching on, we mentioned Southampton, Sheffield Wednesday. We know what obviously has happened with Sheffield Wednesday. Fair play, though. They are turning up each and every game. They are still trying. They're scoring as well. They did get a goal against Southampton, but yeah, relegated Sheffield Wednesday, which is really, really sad to see. And just really, really quickly now, bear with me. So I did say we touched on it. Obviously, Ipswich did beat Hull midweek 1-0. Very good win for Ipswich. And as we mentioned, Kieran McKenna's men, they are really picking up the points. But I think we did mention a few weeks ago, didn't we, that we thought Ipswich now were building up the momentum. Yeah. They were getting into it. And I just feel like under Kieran McKenna, with his experience, and obviously from that high of them getting promoted into the Premier League, I know they got relegated again, but Ipswich, I think they are a very good unit, Ipswich, and I really, really like Kieran McKenna, and I think he's doing an absolutely fantastic job at Ipswich. I really do.
Yeah, the running's not as hard as it could be either. They've got a game in hand, which obviously I know it's all about points on the table, but they have a game in hand with only 3 points behind, but the goal difference is superior, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think again that'll be probably a good battle for the neutral.
just quickly put these up from the chat. But I will have a look now at the league table. I'm so sorry. Obviously, I'm going to get my tickly cough now. Top of the championship, we do have Coventry City on 71 points, Middlesbrough a second on 66 points, Ipswich Town a third on 63 points, Millwall a fourth on 62 points, Hull City a fifth on 60 points, Wrexham a sixth on 57 points, and in the relegation zone, we have Leicester City 22nd on 34 points, Oxford United 23rd on 32 points, and Sheffield Wednesday, as we have mentioned, they have already been relegated after their points deduction, and they have -7 points. Right, so let's talk about the news that has come out today. So apparently from next season, the Championship has done it very similar to the National League, where there's now going to be 6 teams in the playoffs. I think it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy, because me personally, I think some of the promoted teams already struggle in the Premier League, and they're the ones who are obviously higher up in the division in the Championship. So imagine someone in 8th place.
It's wild. Like, they could be nearer to the middle of the table than the automatic spots. And I get it. Kind of in National League, it works as a model, doesn't it? And I think that it probably works because there's only one automatic space. And that means that there's not necessarily the couple or 1 or 2 teams below that go up automatic as well. So I do get it from that perspective. But you've got a lot of clubs in the Championship that don't have those parachute payments as well. And they'll probably vote for it from the self-interest in terms of extra revenue for TV money. And the TV companies on the same side will benefit from, obviously, the additional games. But it just feels like they're kind of copying a model that works in non-league. But like you say, it's absolutely madness that a team that could potentially just be nearer mid-table than second could get promoted to the Premier League. And like, can you imagine?
So Derby,
like,
take it as Derby in 8th place, go on to win the playoffs. Derby County, obviously, a few seasons ago, like, don't get me wrong, they've got a good squad and everything this season. We've just sang their praises for them. We've seen them in the Premier League. They've still got that record, haven't they? Because I think Wolves have beat it now. For the lowest in the Premier League. Do we think personally, Derby County, say that they got promoted? Now, do we think, I'll come to you first, Sam, obviously, in the Premier League. Do you think they'd be able to kind of survive in the Premier League, or do you think it'd be relegation again the season after? And I know obviously in the past we've seen, like in recent seasons, in particular, the promoted teams then go back down into the league. But do we reckon Derby County could sustain their place in the Premier League?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for anyone coming up. And it's really interesting because obviously this season's changed the narrative a little bit because of how well Sunderland have done. And also Leeds have been good. Burnley obviously have struggled, but not to the extent they struggled last time either. But before this season, remember, we'd had like 3 straight seasons of going straight back down. You know, Southampton were miles away last season when they came up via the playoffs. So that narrative was there. So it's kind of, Sunderland have changed the perspective a bit because it's also like, okay, well, you have to back, but you have to be very clever and good in terms of recruitment, the way you can do it. And Leeds have done bits, but they've not gone crazy really in terms of recruitment. So it's interesting to see whether a team could do that. So it's probably how they would approach it. Because it's also worth, you know, I'm with you guys in terms of this seems mad, and I'll give my reasons why I think it's mad in a minute. But I was trying to sort of see both sides of the argument, and I saw people sort of saying, well, Sunderland finished quite a number of points behind Sheffield United last season. They were quite a way off, you know, and they've been by far the better team coming up to the Premier League. Now, it's going to depend probably just on that club, on their ownership model, the money that they have.
Manager as well. I think manager in Sunderland has been a massive thing, and how they've spent the Joe Bellingham money too.
Exactly. So, and it may well depend how far away that 8th team is if you're looking at it from that. Because Derby at the minute is 6 points, and we'd say at the form, it looks like the teams that are there, Wrexham are playing very well. But say Derby put a run together and finish 6, that could happen this season.
Yeah.
And it kind of happens in there. It's just the thing for me is it's just a case of there are bigger things that need sorting out first. And it's like, why is this all of a sudden come out now? 3 up, 3 down when relating to the National League, which is taking forever, which I think there's discussing. So I think there's something next week, but that's taking forever. You've got money not distributed properly throughout the leagues and needs sorting out. You've got shite owners that need sorting out. It's like all these things is actually what football fans kind of want. And this is another move towards more of an American style model. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I get we have a lot more kind of American owners in the EFL and that front. And I was too young to remember the playoffs when they originally came in. And I imagine there was a lot of uproar at first, and they have been tremendously exciting, and everybody loves the playoffs.
Yeah.
As you say, it works for non-league, but it also works because at the minute non-league you only have one team that goes up. So you have to have that extra, somebody that gives that extra chance to that playoffs. But in the reverse, that then kills the person that's second. So it's very interesting. All these people are voting for it, but what happens when you're the team that finishes third and you get pipped by somebody that's 25, 30 points behind you? That's 100%. Crazy. And what's to say, is this just Championship, or are we going to be then talking about this for League One and 2 down the line? Yeah.
To be fair to that, that's exactly what happened to us last year. We benefited from it. So it's we finished 20 points behind York, and yet we got the chance to go there and smash them off the park because we had basically in the National League how it works is you have an I think is it 4th versus 5th and 6th versus 7th play each other in an eliminator, and then the winner of that eliminator plays 2nd and 3rd. So that's what happened with us. We went to York. York hadn't played for like 15 days. They'd finished 20 points ahead of us. They were rusty, and we just took advantage. And I think it's really interesting about what Claire said about that. And I think it works in the National League because, like we said, there's only one that goes up. But it just strikes me as nothing more than another money making scheme. That's all it is. It's money, isn't it? It's money for. Because how do I phrase it? But it feels like it's money for teams that they're bothered about, or maybe trying to get into the Premier League. Because again, it almost feels like they're bothered about the finances for the teams that know they can make. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but basically, what I'm trying to say is it's not fair because there's leagues and divisions that don't have this money, don't have these deals in it that need to be looked at, like the National League, for instance. Like you said in the group chat before, earlier today or yesterday, you've got potentially 2 teams in the National League this season that could finish on 100 points, and one of them isn't going to go up, or one of them has the big possibility of not going up. That is mental. That is absolutely mental. That isn't fair in any metric of the game, So but I think unfortunately it's because people don't watch the National League. Unless you're in the National League, people aren't bothered about the National League. Oh, that's how it felt like when Oldham were in there. Whereas everyone always has this adage of the Championship as being like one of, the most exciting open leagues in the country. And a lot of people keep an eye on it. So I can understand why they've done it for the drama side of things. But it's just a bit of a sickener, really, isn't it?
I don't think it's about drama. I think it's about money. But I also think, to be quite honest, and I'm not one to pull punch it, no, to beat around the bush. I know what I mean. Like, it kind of makes a mockery of it for me because I know, like, they're trying to do something because it works there. And do you know what? It might work out, and if it does, then fair enough. But I think the standard between the middle of the Championship and the Premier League is so vast that it would be horrific. But I think that it does make a bit of a mockery out of it, and like just the competitiveness. But it's clearly, when all is said and done, it's all about money.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what really worries me, though? Like, we've spoke about the National League and the League Two, and don't get me wrong, there is a step between that. But what really worries me with the Championship one is how many times have we seen a Championship team go up to the Premier League, like Leicester now. I know they've had a points deduction, but look at League One. You've had Bradford there, you've had Luton there, you've had Bolton Wanderers there. You've had so many massive teams who can't sustain being in the Premier League, who have then struggled financially after that to sustain themselves. They then drop down another league into like League One. Who's to say you've got like an 8th place team going up who is going to struggle financially possibly anyway in the Premier League compared to like your Manchester Cities, your Arsenals, your like the clubs, you know, your Newcastles, you know, who are spending a lot of money. They probably won't be able to sustain that. I know they'll get a parachute payment. But then I think once if they do end up going down to relegation, there's a possibility of them being in a lot of debt from being in the Premier League and whatsoever, and then possibly going down again. And I think that's where you will see those kind of teams in the Championship who are not ready, who will have to make themselves ready, because anybody in that top 10 basically, like around and abouts, could get in the playoffs and stuff. And you have to then put in a real structure in place to, if that does happen and you do have the chance of getting promoted, to not end up going on a downward spiral. And that's what really, really kind of worries me, because I feel like we're already seeing so many clubs in such financial difficulties.
Yeah.
And if this is in place, and I know everyone's saying a money-making scheme, but I think it could really, really affect some of them clubs that do get relegated.
100%. And also, one thing you have to wonder about it is, how has this been put through as a vote so quickly? How have they sorted it out, organised it, gone to vote, when free up from non-league's been dragging on for so long? How is it something that's been so quick to be sorted? Money.
100%. 100%. It's
like
just crazy.
Derby County fan, and they'll be like, ha ha ha, we're shithousing our way into the Premier League. And then bloody 12 months later, they'll be crying because they've had such a bad season.
Yeah, and like Shah said, if they just end up putting people spend outside their means to try and make it work, and okay, then parachute payments coming down, all the rest of it, but it's just crazy thing is that a league season is a league season to define who the best teams are after 46 games, and it's always whoever wins the league. And I've always had to say, whoever wins the league, whoever's top of that league after 46 games, have deserved to be champions. Whatever happens, you know, that is it. It's over 46 games, and you're just diluting that even further. Because, you know, it gives a little bit more excitement to those teams that are in the middle. And I've seen people say, well, we've had injuries and we've had issues. We've not got the squad to compete. You're like, if you haven't got the squad to compete, you shouldn't be going up, because your squad's only going to be pushed further in the Premier League to be able to maintain for what you need. That's why you have the structure. That's why you're where you are. So that is a part of football. And I know injuries can be harsh and drop people in different ways. But if then your squad's not able to cope with that, if you can't cope with that in the Championship, what happens when you got the Premier League and you've got an injury crisis? You're in points with you know. And some of these teams that haven't been in the Premier League, if they go up and experience that, it's great getting there. And I think everyone will agree the playoff excitement, and you get there. But there's so many clubs that once they've been there, having done some of the big away days, after a while go, I'm missing the Championship football, if I'm honest with you, because it's competitive and it's a massive gap.
Ellie said it as well on the overlap. Like Ellie, who I know, the Nottingham Forest fan, she said it perfectly. I don't know if any of you have seen the clip when she was on the overlap. Absolutely brilliant. And she basically said, like, in the Championship, you get treated so much better than you do in the Premier League. Like, just everything about the Championship, like the atmosphere, everything is just so much better. She said, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be relegated and end up back in the Championship, because she obviously wants this team doing the best that she can possibly see. But she said how much she loves Championship football and how much she's more into it. And it's not as robotic as sometimes it is in the Premier League. And there's just so many like corporate fans, and there's so many people there who are not as invested, but they go for that like corporate side of things and etc. So yeah, it's just crazy. I will quickly go to the chat because we do have quite a lot of opinions on this one. Free Up will struggle to get League Two sides to vote. It's in. No struggling League Two side is going to vote to increase their own chances of getting relegated. To be fair, I want Free Up 2 down. I want 3 up this season and then 2 down if we get promoted. Joking, by the way. No one ever thinks of the fans. I know. Yeah, that's true. No one ever thinks about the fans.
Never going to ask them, are they?
Exactly. And then we have as well, 3 up needs to be more important. It won't be, though. That's the thing. It won't be because, like we said, it's not a money-making kind of thing like this one will be. Yeah, risk financial stability, 100%, Glenn. 100% on that. 8th last year, finished with 66 points. It'll encourage teams to overspend, etc., especially in January. It should never have been considered, Aled said. Hate the playoff changes for next season. Then we have as well in the chat, it'll just create more of a closed shop in the Premier League. I think there'll be still a gap. I think there'll still be a gap with it, if I'm quite honest. The owners and suits of a club, so an extra opportunity for a Premier League day, and that's all they're interested in. Then we have as well, Ricky in the chat, we'll be top 10 in playoffs soon, 3rd versus 10th in a quarter final, etc.
Do you know that winds me up as well, Shah? Sorry, I like a bit of symmetry in my competitions. I love a quarterfinal where it goes, you get 32, 16, 8 teams, 4 teams, 2 teams, and a quarterfinal is exactly that. It's a quarterfinal, so you've got four matches in a quarterfinal, 2 and semi-final. I hate that sort. It's the same with the World Cup, 3rd place teams and leagues. I just like the. You know, I've had the same with Gladiators this weekend. It's like deja vu with all of this. We're trying to explain to my daughter why the fastest losers got through, and then they put the graphic up and there's only 6 people on it, and you're like, well, that's not going to work because how are 3 of them going to get into it? It just messes my head. So does my head in.
Crazy, isn't it? Honestly, Graham's right as well. A decision based purely on money, like anything is in football these days, like television, like even National League being on DAZN, everything is just money, money, money. Not football clubs anymore. They're just all businesses, aren't they? At the end of the day. Don't agree with increasing the amount of teams in the playoffs, Aleda's put. And that is everything. Everyone else is just voting for how I should sing happy birthday to you, Sam, in my starred comments. But yes, that is the end of the show tonight. We've had quite a lot to cover. That's why I thought I'd leave the championship till last so we could all have our rant and explain everything about it and just have our opinions and kind of hash it out. But of course, thank you so much to everyone in the chat. Thank you, team, as well, for talking football with me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Claire, where can everybody find you?
Oh, is she actually frozen? Or...
No.
She looked like she's having a boo.
Is that what that 8 ounce, that £8 5 ounces was out in the chat? Had a big lunch.
You sat on Dave's toy then.
It's so funny. You can find. You're madded. I did feel the bad man. You can find me on Twitter, Claire_Jeffs, or on the sofa eating toffee.
Ooh, nice.
Top tier snack then.
Nice. I love it. Sam, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We do really appreciate it. Where can everybody find you and your content?
Welcome. It's a pleasure. I'm still mostly on the podcast. I'm not doing too much on my channel at the minute, but I will be. I'm prepping some stuff. So it's, usually on a Tuesday, but it's nice to come on a Thursday. But I'm at Sam Absolute FBL on the socials and places. And I'm about to have some leftover birthday cake in a minute if my daughter hasn't nicked the last piece. As it's my birthday, I'll be pissed off about, if I'm honest.
What you told changed?
Yeah, when it comes to chocolate cake, and it's a
Chat,
nip the cake. Outrageous.
Quick chat. Get telling Shah what genre of happy birthday to sing.
Someone needs to do the counting as well, so I know. Aaron, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure talking football with you. Where can everybody find you and all of your fantastic content as well?
Thank you for having me back, and I promise you it won't be another 4 weeks before I come back again.
It'll be 5.
Yeah, it'll be 5. And you can find me on X at Aaron Diskin 1 and X also OAFC DLO for all my disability liaison officer stuff.
Love that. And if everybody does want to follow me, I am SharXRAFC. That is on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Also as well, my channel, Ball and All with Shar, is on YouTube, and it's Ball and All _ on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram as well.
Some really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. The most important ones, though, we are the Absolute Football Podcast. On Twitter, we are Absolute Ball Pod. YouTube and Twitch, we are Absolute Football Podcast. TikTok, Absolute Football Pod. Instagram, Absolute Football Podcast _ Blue Sky, we are Absolute Football. And on Facebook, we are the Absolute Football Podcast. And the reason why you should subscribe to our YouTube channel is because we have 4 live shows a week. So subscribe, like the stream as well, and also press that bell notification because you don't want to miss when we go live, especially the Rowdy Rabble on a Thursday. As you know, anything can happen on the show. Anything. We talk about long ones. We talk about what else do we talk about on here? Anything. Snacks.
Oh, yes.
Just anything that's not football. I'm joking. Joking. We do talk about football as well. But
now and again.
Now and again. But on a Monday, we are Absolutely Non-League, and I do host that in collaboration with a fantastic NL Full-Time. If you haven't caught it on Monday, go and catch it because there was lots to talk about. There was 3 managerial sackings, 1 from each league, which is just crazy. Neil Warnock is back in football as well, managing Torquay United in the National League South. Andy Carroll's playing in the National League South as well, so there are some top names in there, as well as Rochdale, top of the league at the moment. We're not going to brag, though. We're not going to brag because we'll probably end up getting beat on Saturday. But yes, go and check that out. We have Sam and the amazing Premier League team on a Tuesday talking all things Premier League, watch-alongs as well. We had European chat, but yes, everything to do with the Premier League. Freya and Team Chaos, absolutely women's football on a Wednesday talking all things WSL, WSL2, and I think, is it internationals at the moment? Or
about internationals was this week, and I think next week they got a few weeks back to the WSL. But yeah, they'll still cover multiple hours of women's football.
Yeah,
anyway.
anything. And then you can catch us on a Thursday. We are the Rowdy Rabble. We talk things EFL from Championship, League One, League Two, and we will be probably talking about the FA Cup next Thursday because there's still some EFL teams left in there. So make sure you get your match reports at the ready for that one. But Sam, what do you want me to sing for you? Like, how do you want me to sing it?
Well, I don't think the chat have really helped you out because it's been suggested opera, retro, electro, which I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm not sure what an opera, retro, electro style is. So
opera. Opera.
I've got a really sore throat, though. I probably sound like Rod Stewart right now or something.
Just try a bit of opera anyway.
Someone needs to count me in.
Right.
Let me do my warm-ups. Right, count me in.
Right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. My throat's hurting. Happy birthday, dear Sam. Happy birthday to you.
You went Italian on the last 2 notes then.
You did.
Yeah. if I can't shout at Dale now and cheer the lads on Saturday, it's because I've been made to sing opera.
This is it. I won't have
Tell you
another
what.
birthday for a year, Shah, I promise.
Are you all going to sing for me then next Thursday because it's mine on Wednesday?
Oh no, I'm
Who's
not
he got on?
in.
I have to see who got on. Who's got the best
Oh,
voice? Ant's got a good
It'd
voice.
probably be me singing to myself.
Ant's got a
I'll
voice.
jump
Ant
on the
will do.
train just to sing happy birthday and then leave.
Yeah, do it.
I could get the whole carriage to sing. Go like, you know, that rejection therapy that girl does.
Yes.
Be like, everybody, can you all sing happy birthday to my friend?
Oh my God, get Jid to do me a message. I love him. I love Jid. Sorry, everyone. I just thought I'd tell everyone about how much I love Jid.
She does.
I do. But, of course, that is the end of the show. I do apologise to everybody if I have broke any earphones. If I've woke up your cat. If your cat's run out of a room or your dog's run out of a room because they thought it was a firework, but really it was my voice. Do apologise for that because I am terrible. Probably sound better with my sore throat though than I would usually. But I hope you enjoyed that, Sam.
I reckon if you would have done another verse of that, you would have cured me, and I would have been walking about my room to get away from it, to be honest.
Should we try? But of course, thank you so much to everyone this evening for supporting us as usual. Hope you all have a lovely weekend, and we will see you on Monday for the non-league show. Bye.